Hey guys, so today we are continuing my fantasy declutter series where we are pretending that I have to get rid of half of my collection. Today we're going to be doing lip products, so specifically lipsticks and lip glosses. This idea came to me from a subscriber named Melon Creamy, so thank you so much for the idea. We've already done eyeshadow palettes, which I will link for you if you missed it. So this is my entire lip collection. Alright, so I have 31 lip products here between glosses, bullet lipsticks, and liquid lipsticks, and I am going to cut this down to, let's say 15. I know half of 31 is 15 and a half, but let's just go ahead and round it down to 15. So I'm going to put keeps in here and declutters in here. So let's go ahead and start with gloss, just to kind of simplify this a bit. I think I'm going to keep one kind of clear gloss. I have a few. These are the three that I would classify as clear. I know this one looks pink, but it's actually pretty much clear. I've got the Bite Yay Sayer and Sugar Drizzle, the Undone Watercolor Rose, and the Clarity Drop the Mic. I'm going to keep the Bite one. I love this one. I love the packaging. It is so just like satisfying to me, and it's a beautiful formula. It does have some gold shimmer to it that I think just adds a really beautiful shine. And this will be nice to have because I can top any lipstick with this, and it doesn't interfere with the color at all. So I'm going to keep that and just go ahead and get rid of those two. So a lot of these glosses really fall under the nude pink category, and I think because I'm keeping one clear gloss, I want to keep one that has more pigment to it. And I think I'm going to go with the Milani Keep It Full Nourishing Lip Plumper in Soft Rose. This is such a My Lips But Better shade, as like cliche as that term is. It really is like basically the color of my lips, and it is just so beautiful. And I feel like if I'm going to keep this one, I don't really need to keep any of these others. I would kind of want to keep this ColourPop one. It's kind of peachy, sort of a rose gold peachy gloss, but I'm going to keep this kind of in the maybe pile for now, but I am going to go ahead and get rid of all of these other glosses just because I wouldn't need them in this like hypothetical scenario. I love this one from E.L.F. though, the Lip Plumping Gloss in Pink Cosmo. It's a beautiful like milky pink, but it is very sheer. I feel like it serves a similar purpose to a clear gloss, so I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of that one. These three are all super, super similar. The Dose of Colors gloss in On Repeat. I actually love this one. I'm currently panning it. The Clove and Hallow gloss in Angelic, and the Nude by Nature gloss in Tea Rose. They're all very like nude pinky colors, and I just don't need to have a bunch of those. And then this one is from Estate in the shade Glazed. It's kind of a like brownish caramely colored gloss. Just for the sake of being cutthroat, because I have to be, I'm gonna pass those on. So next, I think it makes sense to kind of go category by category. So next category is nudes. These are all nude lipsticks. One that I am going to have to keep is the Burt's Bees Gloss Lip Crayon in Santorini Sunrise. I use this all of the time, and it is a very peachy nude. Extremely peachy. I guess I should be swatching these, huh? Actually, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and start swatching the ones that I'm keeping, just so that we can have that like reference point. I have some blue shimmer on my arm. So those are the two glosses that I'm keeping. And then this Burt's Bees, you can see, is just a very peachy, nude, beautiful color. It's just very useful. I feel like I do a lot of peachy looks, and this one is just super useful. I do have two very similar, like very light nude lipsticks, and I do like having a really light nude pink. We have the E.L.F. Seriously Satin Lipstick in Cream, and the Jordana Sweet Cream in Buttercream Frosting. So let me go ahead and swatch those as well. There's those two. You can see the Jordana one is a little bit darker, a little bit just cooler. I think I'm going to keep the E.L.F. one. I'm not actually in love with the Seriously Satin formula. I feel like it's a little bit dry. Just not as creamy as I wanted it to be. Just for the ease of application, I feel like a bullet lipstick is a little bit easier to just throw on and, top of the gloss and things like that compared to a liquid lipstick, so I will go ahead and pass on the Jordana. So I do think one that I can easily let go of is the E.L.F. Matte Lip Crayon in Tea Rose. This is actually currently in my project pan, but once I use this up in real life, I don't think I'm going to miss it a whole lot. It is just kind of, it's very cool, very purpley, and it's not exactly a go-to nude color for me. I've actually mainly been using it up on my cheeks as a blush, so that's one that I can easily let go of. Then I've got the Charlotte Tilbury lipstick in Pillow Talk, which is such a classic. I'll swatch them on this arm just so we can get a good look. This Ofra Flexi Slick in Smooth. I love this formula. I'm not left-handed, so these swatches are going to be really ugly. It's actually really similar to the Charlotte Tilbury, so I am going to keep the Ofra one just because I love this formula and actually pass on the Charlotte Tilbury. Honestly, I just find myself reaching for this Ofra one a lot more often than the Charlotte Tilbury one. And then this CoverGirl, this is a light, kind of springy pink, I would describe it. Super creamy. This is the shade Honeyed Bloom. Oh, I haven't been swatching the Keepers. E.L.F. Seriously Satin in Cream, and the Ofra Flexi Slick in Smooth. That CoverGirl Honeyed Bloom lipstick is a little bit pinker. I'm also going to put this in kind of the maybe pile along with that ColourPop gloss because I'm just not sure. It's going to depend on how many others I end up keeping. Like, it's not a must-have, but it would be a nice-to-have, you know what I mean? Put those back there for now. Very important category for me is red. I love red lipstick. It's such a classic color. Wait a minute. I'm missing something. I'm missing a color. Hang on a second. I realized this one was trying to hide from me, but I found it. So I actually have 32, which means I get to keep 16 and not 15, so... Anyway, wow, okay. So, speaking of this one, I was looking for it because this one I would definitely want to keep. This is the Physicians Formula Healthy Lip in Tulip Treatment. Even though Physicians Formula is kind of in the gray area with their cruelty-free status, I love this color. I don't know of a dupe for it. I will be looking for one, but this is just such a perfect watermelon red, unlike anything else. There's just something about it, so I have to keep that. Other one that I have to keep, this one you can't buy anymore because Jordana went out of business, but this is Mango Sorbet by Jordana, and it is just the most perfect red-orange. I love it so much. So I'm definitely keeping that, and then the other ones that I have here are Fig from Madame Glam. You also can't buy this anymore, but this is like a berry red, like a popsicle berry sort of color. We have Stila Beso Shimmer. This is a metallic liquid lipstick. Not something I wear every day, but it's really fun to have for the holidays. So that's one. Probably not going to keep that just because it is so like a special occasion color, and if I'm trying to be cutthroat, then I can't just go keeping everything willy-nilly. E.L.F. Moisturizing Lipstick in Red Carpet. I love this formula. Kind of a more sheer, ooh, it is melty though. It does not like to stay in place, but that's a more sheer, just kind of classic red. I think I can definitely let go of this Clove and Hallow Fiesta liquid lipstick. It is kind of similar to that Jordana one, a little bit more red and less orange, but I just don't need to keep both. And I don't love the formula, even though it's not a bad formula, I just don't love it. I'm gonna put that in my declutter pile. All right, next we have this mini Charlotte Tilbury in Amazing Amal, very berry-y. And then the Ofra Flexi Slick in Spark. Have a feeling this is gonna be the one I keep. This is like a classic blue-based red, and of the two that I'm keeping, we don't have like a true blue red. So I also just love this Ofra Flexi Slick formula so much. It has the finish of like a satin lipstick, but a really, really good staying power. Even though it doesn't like completely set down like a liquid lipstick, it's really unique. And yeah, I mean, I love all of these reds. It hurts me to have to let any of them go, but I think that is the one that I would keep. So this is my keep swatch arm. Yeah, so the 4 of those are gonna go. Thank goodness I don't actually have to get rid of these. So far I'm keeping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm allowed to keep 8 more. This is actually a little bit easier than I thought, to be honest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have 7 that we haven't gone through yet, and then these 2 maybes. So I really only have to eliminate 1 of these, which means I actually may resurrect some of these from the declutter bin if I want to. So these are kind of like oddballs. They're not nudes, they're just other colors that aren't red. So I have this, this is a hot pink from E.L.F. in the shade Flirty and Fabulous. I think I will keep this because, I don't know, a hot pink is just fun to have. And I really enjoy this E.L.F. moisturizing lipstick formula. It's moisturizing. It's a little bit sheer, but you can, of course, build it up to be more opaque. So I am going to keep that. I'm realizing I don't have to be as cutthroat as I thought I did. I do have a couple of purples here. Wet n Wild, Violet's Kiss, and the Ofra Flexi Slick in Velvet. I think I'm going to keep this other Flexi Slick. I really do love this formula. It's nice that I am getting to keep all of them. But I think I'm going to keep this one. It's a beautiful, just like berry purpley color. But this Wet n Wild Violet's Kiss, I will let go of. I just never wear this. I like having it just on the off chance that I'll wear it sometime, but if I'm being honest, I don't even remember the last time I wore that. But it is a fun purple, but yeah, for the sake of this fantasy declutter, I'm gonna have to get rid of that. So I'm allowed to keep 6 more. Then I could technically just keep all of these, but I think I'd actually rather trade some of these out for ones that I've put in the declutter pile. But out of these, I definitely do want to keep this ColourPop Ultra Glossy Lip in Champagne Mommy. It's just a really fun, it's a really pretty like rose gold peachy gloss. Swatch it on the keep arm next to my other glosses. It's not like a must-have, but if I have room for it, I definitely would keep it because it is much different from those other 2 glosses that I kept. So that one is going to stay. I will keep this Ofra Laguna Beach liquid lipstick. This is so old, but I really like this color. It's like a strawberry pink. Sort of nude, but I don't really classify it as nude, at least for my lips, because, I don't know, it's more of just like a pink for me. And I don't always love pink lipstick, but I really like this color, so I'm going to keep that. This one I can get rid of, this Estate Matte liquid lipstick in Lolly. It's like a brick red. It's like a brownish brick kind of color. If I'm honest, I've only worn it like once. Keeping it just because, I mean, in real life, I am keeping it because, you know, it is a unique color that I think will be nice to have in like the fall, but it's not a must for me. So I will let go of that. This Madame Glam Pucker Up. This is actually a coral shade that I really don't wear often, but I like having a coral in my collection, so I think I will keep this. There's that. It's really bright. Just a fun color. Doesn't go with that many looks, but when it does go with a look, it's so beautiful and fresh. So I will keep that. Another one that you can't buy anymore. I will go ahead and keep this CoverGirl Honeyed Bloom. Another nice nude pink. Getting into like elbow crease territory here. But yeah, if I have the room for that one, I would love to keep it because it's just a really beautiful nude and it's different from these other nudes. And you know, if you're like me, you gotta have a lot of nude options. So this is like the opposite of a nude. This is Becca Merlot. I mean, I haven't worn this in a while because to me this is totally like a fall and winter color. It's very vampy. There's that. I'm gonna keep that. I mean, since I have room for it, I'm gonna keep it. Yeah, really pretty packaging too. So that is 15 colors that I have in my keep pile, and like I said, I get to keep 16, not 15 like I originally said, which means I get to bring back one of the ones that I put in the declutter pile. So part of me wants to be really boring and keep this E.L.F. lip plumping gloss in Pink Cosmo. I know it's really, I mean, it's nothing that interesting because it's literally just this like sheer nude pink gloss. But I also wear it so often, like even not having it in a project pan or anything, I find myself reaching for this all the time just because it makes such a great topper shade. So this is a contender for my extra one that gets to stay. But then again, the other part of me is like, no, you should keep a fun like red because, you know, red. So I think my other contender is actually this one from Madame Glam in the shade Fig. I feel like I don't talk about this very much, but it is a really beautiful berry, like a berry red. And there's nothing else like this that I'm keeping. So, you know what, I think I think I am going to keep the Madam Glam because this is just such a beautiful, it's like the kind of color where it looks like you've been sucking on a popsicle and it stained your lips a little bit. That's what that looks like because it's just a really pretty sheer color. And a lot of these lipsticks that I'm keeping are not really sheer. And I know I really don't need to keep this E.L.F. Pink Cosmo gloss because, you know, anything I want to make glossy, I can just top it with that clear bite gloss, and it basically does the same thing. So I'm going to sadly let go of the E.L.F. one and keep this Madam Glam Fig color. Another beautiful fall and winter shade. So those are the 16 colors swatched out on my arm that I would keep if I were forced to declutter 50% of my lip collection. I feel like I would have a really beautiful, versatile lip product collection there. I think I have over 20 lipsticks and then like over 10 glosses, so with that many lip products, I obviously have some overlap, but as a lip lover, I don't mind having a little bit of overlap in my collection. I hope you guys found this video entertaining and fun and gave you a little bit more of a glimpse into my thoughts on my lip product collection. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. I'll also link my eyeshadow version of this video linked down below. And otherwise, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye!